Hello folks, and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try Last Jungle in Sector 17. I'm going to go ahead and click start rather, because there is a bit of dialogue in the beginning here that I don't think I can skip past. The developers actually emailed me asking me to take a look at this game, so I did, and here we are. As you can see, this is a space shooter type game. You move your ship around with WASD, W-A-S-D controls. Right now there are no sound effects. You can see me shooting, but there is no sounds. Obviously there is music, and I like the music actually so far. Right now, and I don't know if this is the plan for the final game, but it is entirely web-based. I'm actually running this in a browser. Hopefully this records okay, because I've never actually recorded a game, a flash game or whatever in a browser. So hopefully this comes out all right. Just giving you more information as they give you all the information at the top here. And again, I've played this before. I played through the demo, so I remember what's happening. Anyway, this is on Kickstarter. They're shooting for a measly $5,000 by the end of August 28th. They also have a demo available, which I will link all of this that I'm talking about in the description below the video if you can check it out. They do have that demo on their Kickstarter page that you can check out, which is this exact thing, I believe. They are also on Steam Greenlight, so if you like what you see, if you try the demo and you like it, then you should check it out. So it looks like I actually can skip this, so I'm going to go ahead and click skip so we can get into some of the combat, which is what you guys want to see. Now here we go with our enemies. Of course they start you off pretty easy, which is good because obviously I'm not very good at shooting them. And you can see they've got shields. And on the left hand side, I'll actually try to click on it in just a minute after I take these bad guys out. I don't know if they're bad people, I just have to kill them. You always want to stay close to your ship. Your ship here is what you're protecting. And while you're close to it, it actually heals you if you've taken any damage. Now here is basically your heat on your guns. So as you can see, I can't just keep shooting and shooting and shooting, and eventually you gotta cool off. So you might want to do short controlled burst if you can. Here's my health, here's my shield. Shields regenerate over time. This is, I don't know what that is, to be honest. They might have told me before. Oh, looks like we've got some faster ships. Now one thing that throws me off, and people who have maybe played games like this, it might not be a big deal for you, but one thing that throws me off is that the direction that you press on the keyboard, I'm trying to think how to say this, determines how you move based on where your mouse pointer is relative to their ship. So for example, with my mouse pointer here, if I push W, I move forward. If I push D, I move backwards, right? That makes sense. So space is break, by the way. Oh, let me go ahead and finish these guys off. And again, no, there isn't any sound effects. Oh god, I'm already going to get blown up. The healing is also very slow. Let's save up our juice here. It does save checkpoints very frequently, which again is very good for me. Oh god, because I tend to die often, so you got to get to the shields. I'm going to hang out by our ship here, kind of, if I can, so I can heal. The healing is very slow though. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not like I'm going to go back to full. So we got two more coming. So let's hang out. You can see I'm damaged very badly. My ship is actually smoking. But going back to what we're talking about with the movement. Now, if I move my mouse down here, if I press W, now I move south. Let's call it south, even though it's space and there's not really a north and south. You know what I mean. So you can see in all that time, I did not heal very much. It's actually kind of good that they're hanging out here. Like, not so great that I ran face first into the blasts. So again, we can restart here. I'm still damaged, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through the whole demo. We'll see how it goes. There are different enemy types. Again, obviously not a whole lot of different enemy types because we are still in the prototype phase here. Now I took some early pot shots because I could see them on the map. And they don't seem to be firing at me, so I'm just going to kind of hang back here and shoot at them. Somehow they've forgotten how to shoot at me, which is totally fine by me because I'm not generally very good at this type of game. Oh, nope. He's found the controls. He has found the fire button. I don't know if ramming into them is a great strategy. Probably not. So we're going to need to kind of fly around and shoot. But yeah, I don't really like how the control changes based on where you're facing, because you have to constantly be aware of where your mouse pointer is. Again, folks who have played games like this might not be a thing for them. And I don't know if they plan controller support, joystick support, or whatever. But, and again, spacebar does stop you dead in your tracks. Now, this is not all you do, just to be clear. You can actually upgrade your ship, and later on you can spend money that you earn to buy turrets. You could buy allied ships that fight with you. And again, by the time you see I'm getting my ass kicked now. Oh god. No, have a little mercy. Whoa. I don't remember that happening before. I don't know if that's, I think that might have been unintentional. But yes, you can buy turrets, you can upgrade your ship, you can get fighter ships that will help you, controlled by the AI, which are actually pretty handy. This guy is really fast shooter. And again, obviously the text of what is actually going on is being displayed up there. Hopefully we get to the section where I can build stuff very soon. We'll go ahead and skip that. Even though I'm low on health, we'll pretend that that's okay. Now this guy is a pain because as you can see, he just teleported. So what we have to do is get close and then shoot. And which is, again, for me, pretty difficult. I've kind of got better at it as we progressed. There, I went a little too early. Now he's also shooting at me, so I can't be... There, I got a few good shots on him, I think. He's shooting at our base, which is never good. I think our base health is at the top where it says jungle, I believe. I never actually had a case where the enemy was even close to destroying my base. It was always them blowing me up. So you can see the enemy's smoking, so he's almost dead as well. It'd probably take 1 or 2 more passes and we'll take him out. Yeah, definitely check this game out yourself. It just looks like something that would be interesting to you. The demo is available. Vote for it on Greenlight, all that. But I want to get to the part where I can start buying things. Oh, probably should pay attention to the ships that are coming at me. And they'll start to mix it up here a bit. We'll also start to get attacked by a lot of ships at once. Just making sure we didn't get to a part where we could build and I just wasn't paying attention. Wow, I'm just doing a great job of flying directly into the fire. I think that's a technique they might not teach you at the Space Jet Pilot Academy. The enemy would never suspect that though, so I think it's a pretty good tactic actually. Other than the fact that it leaves me with my ship being destroyed. So again, we can see them coming in. So we want to shoot right from the beginning because I believe our shots go all the way across. Now these guys are kind of small and weak. Nope, so they're finally shooting at me, so I'm going to start moving. And I keep stopping myself because I'm holding W and moving the mouse, so I end up my momentum gets screwed up. Oh geez. Wow. Okay. Oh, let's let our shields come back a little bit here. These guys were way rough, more hard. They were more rough than they should have been. Kay is telling us that they see more movements. Oop, stop. You do tend to float a bit. You are in space, so you need to keep that in mind. Now, I don't know if it gives you health if you just skip. Okay, see here now we can start building things. We've got a 1960, so I like to do the credits. I like to do the big cannons. So I'm going to put those bad boys at the different sections here. Oh, we can't do any more. That's fine. And they have a pretty long range. Once we get a lot of cannons, it became pretty trivial. But again, keep in mind, prototype version, there's still balancing has to be done, all that good stuff. So we're going to skip all this again. I'm still pretty low on health, but I've got my turrets and I feel much better. I got 620, but I need 700 for the plasma turret. Obviously, a lot of this is not in yet. The upgrading is not there yet. but I'm sure it will be. It really blows my mind that they only want 5,000. If I remember right, they're already at 1,000, I believe. Don't quote me on that, even though I know some of you probably will. I'm just trying to get all of my edges guarded. Okay, we're doing pretty good now that the turrets are doing a lot of the work for us. They also divert a lot of the enemy's attention to them. As you can see, even the turrets have a tendency to shoot these guys even before they get on screen. So yeah, right now I'd say turrets pretty damn powerful, to say the least. And last time I got so many turrets, I pretty much had circled the whole thing. And the enemy did not stand a chance. Though you get into some pretty intense firefights near the end of the prototype demo. I probably shouldn't even go out here, given my skills or lack thereof in fighting these dudes. Oh, these guys again. Guys have very little hit points, but hard to hit and very quick, which I guess makes them hard to hit. Okay, I'm gonna get back over here and we'll skip that dialogue. If you guys try this out, make sure to leave comments in the demo. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Let me know if you contributed to the Kickstarter. If you didn't like it, what didn't you like about it? Sometimes the developers will read these videos, especially these indie folks. They will watch the videos, they will read the comments. So always leave feedback, because you never know. These are a different type of ship as well, but I forget what was different about them. Ouch, they hurt. Allow. Okay, they hurt a lot. Oh god. Run back to the safety of the turrets. Oh, I think I remember these. These guys have a really long range. So the turrets, unless you can bait them into coming closer, which is kind of what I just did, they could take the turrets out from a distance. So it's not all easy once you get turrets. In fact, I'm going to scoot over here, put another one over there. Oh god. It's starting to get ugly. It's starting to get real ugly real fast. Unfortunately, my skills as a fighter pilot are not quite as good as they are if I were playing a different genre, I believe. Oh, nope. It's like, didn't see that one little ship blowing away our guys. Okay, so we have another big turret. I like the big turrets. I haven't even tried the smaller ones. The big ones just did so well for me so far. Okay, gonna skip more dialogue. I think you guys are starting to get roughly the idea at this point how this works. Oh, now here is one part where the turrets can actually sometimes be a bit of a problem, is the teleporting ships, because sometimes they'll shoot at the ship as you're trying to get closer, and it will just teleport away from the bullets. But the teleporting ships don't seem to be all that great at avoiding the turrets. They do most of the time, but they still seem to get hit sometimes. So that's a good thing. Otherwise, it might be near impossible to kill the teleporting ships unless you could get them very far away from your station. Let's throw another turret down. Looks like they're coming from that way. And you can just hold the attack button. You do not need to push it over and over. You can start to see now there's very much space carnage going on. Space wreckage floating everywhere. Skip that. I think we are getting close to the end of the demo now. Oh, let's add another turret. I like the building aspect and upgrading aspect. Instead of just killing waves and waves of enemies, you actually upgrade your... You can upgrade your ship. You can choose to put static defenses. Now, generally, I would say, you know, upgrade your ship. But, well, one, I can't because it's not available yet. And two, you can get such a critical mass, or you can get a critical mass of these turrets. Ouch. Man, those guys hurt really bad, as you can see. Let's go ahead and restart. Even though I don't think it's going to put us that far back, we might go ahead and bring her to a close here soon. Unfortunately, my skills, again, as a pilot, are not doing the game justice. It is a pretty simple game, well, at least so far. I can say that it probably wouldn't normally be up my alley. I'm not really into space shooter type games. However, I do think it's important that those of you who would be interested in that type or like that type of game, take a look at this. Like, I probably would not pay, myself would not pay even if it was in full working condition. But again, that's not necessarily my game type, just like I wouldn't buy a sports game no matter how good it was. Well, I guess it's not really fair. If they had NFL Blitz released again, I might buy that. But you get the point I'm trying to make, is that I want you guys to see it because I know some of you are into this type of game. And it probably is flying under a lot of folks' radar. I had honestly not heard of this until they had contacted me asking me to take a look at it. So again, I think it's good to get the word out and just, be aware that, ow, God, those hurt so bad. I hate you guys, really. Yes, pay attention to the turrets, not me, please. I also like and as probably can't see it on YouTube because the animation is so small, but when you do things like putting the brakes on, you actually can see like the air shooting out of the sides. Now see, this can be a little tricky because this is one of the disappearing ones. But as you can see, it's already damaged, and I didn't do that. And in fact, I think they just killed it. So they are actually pretty decent at killing the teleporting ones as well. Looks like we got, I don't know if it went up here or if that's a different ship. That's a different ship. Oh, it's a bunch of ships. They were all huddled together. I thought it was one ship. Oh God, nope. Okay, well, I exploded again. You guys get the idea. Definitely check the game out. Again, I will put links below the video to the Kickstarter and to the green lights and to the prototype demo so you can check it out for yourself. As always, thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below, and I will see you next time.